Are we live? I believe I am. So we are playing a 10-minute rapid along with a 10-second increment, a 15-minute rapid with a 10-second increment on chess.com with a very strong set of 15 players there. And it just starts in 35 seconds. This is the first time I'm playing a tournament, I believe. I've played a tournament before, but that was an exclusive tournament for subscribers of Blunder. If you hear all this noise behind me, it's a festival going on in India. I've played a tournament before, but that was okay. So we are live. Let's go. We're about to start, and hopefully we play a good tournament now. Okay, we are. Just a problem with the setup. I'll just send my opponent a message. Good luck, man. Let's go. We are playing Shukif Duki from England. Let's start with the game. So this is a 15-minute rapid. I'm not very used to playing this. I normally play a 10-minute rapid along with no increments. Here I think I have a 10-second increment with every move. Let's go for it. This is the very standard variation of Queen's Gambit declined. I normally go for e4, develop my pieces, and this can be played, but we can play a4 in anticipation of b5 business. So 1680 is quite a good player. I mean, I am not hoping for a very easy game, but still I'll be giving my best. Here I believe, okay, so he doesn't play that. Let's go for development. Cannot take the knights guarding it. We are planning to take on. This can be played, but we just play this, defend. In case he takes, take it with the knight, and then castling is fine. I think I'm playing very fast in terms of what the format is. Okay, so this is the first. Let's say I take. He takes my queen. I take it back with the king here. I don't really see why I should ignore this. Let's say I play this, he takes, I take back, and I basically get a weak pawn there. Or let's say I take the pawn here. Should we go for the free pawn? Or should we just develop this knight, let him take this, take it back? Yeah, I believe this is fine as well. In case he takes, I'll take it with a knight, and I hope things are okay from there. We have got some time to think. I should be playing a little bit slowly and calculating my moves a bit. Okay, so he wants to. Now the thing is, I can hope for taking this. This is not in the way. This can be played. Okay, so he wants to put some pressure there. So let's takes. I just move my king up, and everything should be fine from there. Yeah. Now this check is met by king up. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. This is the threat now. Also, I can play this, but this check, I move my rook up. Okay. So now this is coming. I can block it with the pawn though. Let's just first take care of this business. I'm basically down 2 pawns, so I need to be wary of that. Hi Romero, how are you doing, man? Here I think he has this check, but I just can block it with this. And his queen might want to get back. Yeah. So now can we move our queen here and then threaten to take this pawn? Because or I can just move this pawn up and try to tuck in my king here, because queens are still on board and I want to get my king to safety. Or this move also makes sense, getting my knight here with the threat of check. Knight, the king can move forward. Okay, so this is a good move actually. The king cannot move here. In case I give a check, he can come forward. I think we'll calculate it from there. I don't really see the point of this. Let's say he brings his king up. We're basically not threatening anything. Okay, so we are exposed our king now. This can be played. I move my king here. Check. He can exchange the queens and he's basically pawns up, so that should be winning from there. Let's make some breathing space for our king first. He wants to come back with the knight here. Yes, Romero, I am a banker from India, currently working in one of those nationalized banks. Okay, so this is actually a good move. Now I have to get my queen out of this diagonal. Let's say he gives me a check. I move my king here, another check, and I am cooked. So should I play this? Like, in case I play this, he can give me a disco here. Let's say I move my queen and his knight jumps here, which is very threatening, but I think this is the way to go. Now this check is what I am worried about. Yeah, this looks deadly. This should be resignation. I don't think there is any way of saving this. This is the only sensible move. Otherwise, if I get on this diagonal, there are plenty of discos. 15 minutes is, I believe, not my cup of tea, in the sense that I'm used to making fast moves with no increment. If you look, I've just utilized 1 minute on the clock. Romero, I used to play chess when I was little. I started playing chess again in the COVID era, and yeah, I just fell in love with this game again. And today, as you know, I believe there's a holiday, so I'm taking some time out to play chess, and it's usually part of my routine. Even on work days, I okay. So they, so in case he plays this, do I have something? Should I move up my pawn and tuck in my king somewhere? Yeah, I think I should. Or I can move my king back and yeah, this makes sense as well. Like in case he plays his rook here, I can play bishop here to defend, and I don't think he has a pin. So as I was saying, I normally play chess on my work days as well. Currently, I am not yet married, so I just come home, cook my food, and love to play chess as a measure of relaxing. This knight is clearly coming here. There's no way of stopping it. As a preemptive move, I can play this, but this just weakens so many pawns. Okay, so there is it. Now I cannot play this. My rook will hang. This is the only move, I believe. Rook here. I am still defending the pawn. Okay, so he wants to jump in. Now, can I play this? Let's say I play this. He gives me a check. I take. I cannot take. The rook's guarding it. Okay, so what is a possible move? This is clearly coming. As a preemptive measure, I can play this. Like in case he plays check, I play this. Or he can bring his rook as well. Romero, I think just playing chess, learning new openings massively helps. I mean, even if you learn a basic opening with black and white, it massively helps. If you closely look at my games, I'm usually playing only two openings. With the white, I am playing the Queen's Gambit, and with the black, I like to play Scandinavian defense. And if I'm feeling a bit like adventurous, I can experiment, but I mostly play these two openings. Learning an opening will basically save you very crucial time. Okay, so I blundered this. Let's just resign from here. I got a horrible position out of that. I don't really want to. Okay, so should I go for a new 15 on 10 or? Okay, so I have to wait for someone to exit his game. Till that time, I can analyze my game. Okay, my accuracy was clearly very bad, and my opponent was top notch. 96% accuracy is clearly something. Okay, so the engine says I should have first taken the knight and then. Okay, so I believe this is where I went wrong. I shouldn't have taken that. Dropping back my bishop made sense, and every move from here was horrible. Yeah, this is embarrassing. So how do I go back to the tournament now? Okay, we are back. So everyone is playing. We have around how many people there? 17 people playing, and clearly I have started the last. I am not that high rated in terms of the players I'm playing. I'm just 1578, and we have got some good players there. We have even got a 2000 rated player, Mekha. So hopefully we get a game with them. Okay, so we can view this game. So this is clearly winning for Jonet. I don't really see how black defends. Like the white pawns are just queening. In case the black pawns move forward, he can just sack. Yeah, I don't really see how he defends this. Hey M4 Hacks, how are you doing? M4 did give me a suggestion today that I should be analyzing my games more often, and I believe that makes sense. I'm not usually accustomed to analyzing games, and basically, what that does is it doesn't help me improve. So analyzing games will massively help me improving my gameplay there. Okay, so this is winning now. Joannet should resign, and Mekha is clearly the favorite here in the tournament. 1503 player is present, and the rest all are, I believe, higher rated than me. 1539 is also there. Chess is truly a global sport in terms of when I looked at players playing, there are players from every country. Like this is truly a game where you don't need much investment in terms of like if you look at games like tennis, you need a court for that. You need badminton, or you need the equipment for any specific game. But for chess, you just need an internet connection, and that truly is something. I mean, if you look at games India plays, cricket is one of those games played in India, and okay, so game abandoned. When do I get my next game? Or should I do something for it? No. How do I play my next game now? This is the first time I'm playing a tournament. Yeah. Okay, so only 2 games have ended, and yeah, I don't really see someone. So tell me, M4 Hacks, what do you do? From where are you? Which country are you? And are you a chess player yourself? How long has it been playing chess? Like Joannet is from Belize. I haven't even heard of this country, and it's so cool seeing people from these countries. Even a Pakistani is playing. I mean, just imagine. Okay, so this is clearly winning for black. Okay, so while analyzing the rest of the games of our opponents, we do get the evaluation bar. Black is clearly ahead in terms of development. Okay, the king just moves there, check, moves back. He can get a kind of a repetition there, but I don't really see. Now he can go back in case this check is played. The rook can block it. Yeah, the rook blocks it, and everything should be fine for black. He has got a good knight. What? That's just asking the knight to, okay, takes, and now this is threatened. Okay, so M4 Hex is from India. That's good to know. M4 Hex, I'd like to know something. Like, most of my subscribers or viewers are from India, so should I stick with speaking in English, or should I switch to Hindi? Like, I have tried doing my streams in Hindi, but I don't believe many people watch. So I'm trying to be a global streamer. So I'm getting used to speaking in English slowly, but I'm not really sure in which language should be I be streaming. So do tell me your suggestions. What do you think? Okay, when do I play my next game? This is clearly taking so much time. I should just switch on to playing a new game. Let's play a 10-minute rapid. Yep. Okay, so should I leave the tournament now? I'm not, because this is taking so much time. I just want to play games. Okay, let's go. So we are back to 1578. Last few days of streaming have not been clearly good for us. We have dropped around 70 points in rating. Let's go for the Queen's Gambit business. Okay, now this can be a possible move, but we can just simply, okay, so this is coming. Yep, this is coming. Let's first try and get this bishop back. Take this pawn. Okay, so he wants to pin. Can we push? Takes, and everything should be fine. Let's hope for okay, this is, can I give him a check first? Yeah, now I can pick his knight up. He cannot go back, his knight is hanging. This is a move. Okay, so this becomes interesting. Now the options for me are whether I would like to take this, he takes back, or should I jump in with the pony in the hope that I take, and his castling is disturbed. I believe this first. Yeah, takes. He cannot take right now because I can give him an intermezzo. Okay, fine. Now let's say I take, he plays this, I can take, or in case he plays this, we take this way. Overall, I believe, okay, so this is not a good move. Takes, and he has some weaknesses. Okay, should I jump in with the pony now? Let's just first castle. In case he brings his knight up, we can go for the jump, and basically we want to disturb his castling, or even we can go for the bishop development first. In case he develops this knight, we push the pawn. Yeah, that makes sense. This makes sense, man. This, he has to play something like bishop back. With the 10-minute rapid, I believe the best thing is that opponents don't really get. Okay, so he sees that. Okay, so this was actually a good. Let's put some pressure on this knight, and now if we jump in the pony, we are good. This is the plan. This is being pressured clearly. He cannot really move. Who's my inspiration for these streams? No one really. I just like to de-stress from my normal routine by streaming chess. I earlier used to play chess just on my mobile, but then I learned that okay, so this takes. Okay, so this is a good move. Takes, queen takes. Yeah, this is a tactic here, guys. For those of you seeing, if I take his knight, his queen will have to take. I take his queen, his king moves forward, and then I can push this pawn because this bishop is actually pinned. So I basically win a piece. Yep. And here we go. His bishop cannot move, the king is behind it, and now we can win this. Yep, this is resignation. Let's go for another game now. Oh, actually I should be, just a moment, I'll just resign. It's not in my normal routine to analyze. I think I should be analyzing that game. Just for our subscriber M4 hacks. Okay, so we played with an accuracy of 90%. So this was a standard opening. Queen's gambit accepted. Here the threat for me was he wants to take his knight, my knight. In case I take with the pawn, he can just grab this pawn. So for me, it was important to push this pawn. It was an inaccuracy. I should have defended it with the bishop. Okay, so this was a blunder on his part because I could have got my queen out of the way. He's basically threatening to disturb my king side. He's threatening takes. Where do I analyze this, man? Okay, so he's let's say I make a move like bishop develops. So what he's threatening is takes, I take, and his whole idea was to disturb my king side castling. So Hex, if you are seeing this, so I wanted to prevent it from going queen here first, which was a great move, and by going here, his knight has to fall back, and after all this, it was the whole point of my position was to harass this knight. So even this, or I could have, what was the move I had? Okay, so I played that, and this was all equal, and here the point was to just put some pressure on that knight, because okay, so this was a good move. Now this was a great move. This was a tactic that needed to be found. My whole point was that yeah, from here the whole point was that he cannot take his this knight because the king is actually pinned. The knight is actually pinned. In case he took it with this bishop, this is also hanging. So first I take the knight, his queen will have to take, I take the queen, his king takes, and now we push the pawn because the bishop cannot move, and this was a resignation. So we had some bad moves in the opening, but overall it was a okay game. Okay, let's go. We are playing Georgiadis from European Union. Okay, this opening is basically black is hoping for bishop here, knight here, and castle. And here I like to just start a pawn storm because I don't really uh, feel the need to castle so early and showing my cards to prematurely into the game. So now this is being threatened in case he castles. I mean, I'm hoping for him to castle now, or he can go for knight development, but then the plan still remains the same. Okay, so I think I should start with an attack, or should we delay it for a bit? I can go here and hope to see what he wants because he's clearly not committing. Like he could have castled here and then would have started an attack, but he can also like develop his bishop and knight here and castle on the queen side. It's basically a waiting game. We're both waiting for our opponents to commit. Okay, so now this means he can start a pawn storm here, and should we castle on the king side now? Let's say I move this. Yeah, I kind of want to start with an attack. I'm not really calculating it, but I think we have something here. I basically like taking risks. I mean, Tal was one such player who played a very attacking chess and attacking as well as a calculative game. I never like his moves were calculated and he never played rashly. If you look at my gameplay, I kind of play rashly and I'm not really calculating things that much. But Mikhail Tal, I think, was one such player who calculated and took the risk which were there. Even with positions that our mind clearly says we cannot do this, he took that line very deep and analyzed whether it was a possibility to play that. And I believe Mikhail Tal was one such player. Apart from that, I think Firuza is also a player that closely matches the gameplay of Tal. I mean, his tactics game is very strong. Yeah, good one. Okay, so here he has stopped our ideas. So let's go for this and then this. Okay, this I really don't know how to do. In case he plays this, I think I'll jump in my knight. Okay, so should we first dislodge the knight and then play this? Yeah, in case he plays this, I think we can take the knight. Takes, and things should be fine. Here I think he has missed a trick. Developing this knight was too slow. He could have pushed this and asked my knight to go somewhere. But here, this is not an option now. I can take, he takes, I take the bishop. Okay. I think my plan's still the same. If I take the knight, okay, so this can also be played. In case he takes with the rook, yeah. This was a blunder. GG's to Georgiadis. Let's go for another game. We are playing Daniel Jordan from Canada. Let's go d4. Okay, so he's playing very fast. Let's reciprocate. cannot move here. Let's play this. Okay, so we have doubled his pawns up. Now, M4, if you are watching, there's a tactic. Like, I can take his knight. He has to take it with the bishop, or even if he takes with the pawn, it's fine. I can jump in my queen here and threaten this pawn as well as this pawn. And he cannot save both because my knight's attacking it and my queen's attacking it. And he is only defending it with the queen. I'll just show you that practically. This pawn's hanging as well, but okay, let's just first defend this pawn and then I can play this in case he doesn't see that. In case he plays this, our plan is cooked. So he doesn't see that. Now we can play this. His b7 pawn and d5 pawn is hanging. Okay, so now we can take it with the knight as well as the queen. That's for us to choose. Taking in with the queen would mean he can exchange queens, and I don't really, since I'm an attacking player, I don't really want to exchange queens. I want my queens on the board, so there are attacking possibilities. So let's just take with the knight first. We can choose to exchange pieces now. Since we are up one pawn and his pawns are doubled on the f file, we can exchange pieces now. We'll just send him a link for our stream. Daniel Jordan from Canada. Last two games have been good. I've been playing and seeing the tactics. Okay, so here we can go our bishop here. Yeah, this makes sense. His rook can only come here. Okay. So I don't really mind exchanging the bishop now. His rook takes, and yeah, I don't really see how. What was that? Okay, he can win this pawn because I cannot take. His rook is actually pinning it. Let's just take a castle first. Here I think we are in a very comfortable situation now. Okay, let's drop in with this. We cannot take, the rook's protecting it. We could have gone bishop here. Yeah, that would have made much sense. Okay, so here what do we do? In case we take, his queen takes and we have a weak pawn. In case we move forward, he can play this, which is very irritating. Okay, let's say I play this. He plays his pawn forward. We can. I don't really see how to play this now. He wants to get rid of his double pawns. If I choose to play this, I think this makes sense. He can take it. Yeah, that was actually a bad move. I have kind of given away my edge there. Now, the whole point of this game is for me to play this and then hope for this. Yeah, actually this is a good idea. I win a rook. Okay, good game, guys. So eventually we prevailed on our opponent there. That was the whole point of the game with a good accuracy, 81 point something. So as I said, we were better. Here we just exchanged pieces since we were ahead. Okay, so the engine says I should have gone my queen here. What was the idea? Okay, so threatening this pawn. We played an inaccuracy and this was losing. Overall a good game. Let's go for another one. What? Okay. E4, D5, the Scandinavian defense. Cute accuracy. I don't know, man. It just slipped out of my mouth. I'm not a very frequent YouTuber, or I'm not even a YouTuber as of now. I'm just a part-time chess player. Okay, so what are the options? Let's just first get a knight out of the B rank. Takes. Let's just tuck away our queen here. This does not bother us. He cannot take because his rook will hang. We can castle now, but his pawns on the queen side have already advanced very much. We'll send him a link. Okay, so as I said, it doesn't really bother me. If he castles, it will. In case he castles, okay, still cannot take because his queen is pinned. Cannot take. His queen will hang. Let's say he moves his queen somewhere. This was actually good. If let's say I get my queen at my knight here, he cannot take, but there are no threats. In case I get my knight here, takes, I take the bishop and his king will have to take, which will disturb his castling. So this idea I think works. The Scandi, yep. That's a cool nickname for the Scandinavian. Or I think there's a YouTuber called, I don't really remember his name. I think it is Sadistic Tushi or something. He calls that opening the Scandi defense. Yep. Okay, so now we can take this. His what? So he's basically okay. So let's take. What do we get in return, man? This I don't really see that happening. What can we do? What can be done? I mean, his pieces are not yet developed. In case he plays this, we can just simply escape. Or I don't really want to give him a check here because he can just hide away with his king. And there's no way for me to continue there. I think I should open up this file for my rook. Yeah. This makes no sense. But still, if he wants to play this, no one's stopping him. Now this pawn's falling. Okay, so this was the point, but we can defend it. So his queen's hanging. What really does he want? This can be played, but we just defend it with the queen. Thank you very much. And now I think everything should be fine. Takes. in case this is played. What? Why does he want to? What was that? Why does he want to give me a free piece? Okay, so now we just. Okay, so he's basically winning a rook. How do we defend? Can we go here? Gives me a check, I drop back. Yeah, I think this can be played. This is met by bishop back. Yeah. This was some Scandinavian defense. We can defend it again. This cannot be taken. Our queen's guarding it. And everything should be fine now. I'm hoping to just exchange pieces now. Exchanging this powerful rook. And his queen is kind of trapped. He can play this check. Fine. Now what? This takes. This cannot be played. Bishop's guarding it. This is actually, he's just hoping for some checks or something from this game. I know he has lost his, I think he knows here that he has lost this game, but still. What? So harassing my queen is the way to go. Yes, I was actually playing a 15-minute rap tournament, but it was taking too much time after I lost the first game to pair me with another player. So I just played a 10-minute rapid now. I think it was a 15-minute rapid game, and much of the players have, I believe, left. Okay, so now what is to be done? Like, in case I play this, he will just bring his rook here and get a powerful battery of rooks. So what is to be done? In case I get my queen here, he plays this, I take, he takes back, an unequal trade, but can I just go here? His knight's not jumping in anywhere, so yeah, this makes sense. And now playing this in hoping for an exchange on the e-file. You sometimes have to drop back before you leap forward. Queen c8. Yep. c8 would have been fine in hoping to exchange the queens. Okay, so let's just exchange pieces now. Can I go my rook here? What are the options for him? He just has to exchange it, right? I don't see any checks for him. Okay, so let's say I go, in case I go here, he can play this move. I take, he takes on an unequal trade. Let's play this, takes, has to take something, cannot choose to ignore it. Rook back, I take. This is just delaying his loss. I mean, this is clearly losing for white, and I don't really see how he wins it from here. I might blunder, although. I might blunder. Okay. I think I'm winning a rook. Yep. Oh wow, 2100 is quite a strong player. I'm very surprised with the kind of audience that I have. I mean, there are players who are. I mean, Yash is around 2090, I believe, and yeah. Okay, so now, what is the cleanest way to see this? Let's say I take, or I just should take with the knight first, and has he got any defense for it? I don't see a defense. Queen cannot take, and this is resignation. Resign town, my friend Sigetasi from Lithuania. Yep, this was a good game. Let's check our analysis. We were playing, I think, okay, 69 is actually low. I felt as if I was playing well, but 69 is quite low. Okay. Okay, so this was a blunder. Yeah. Okay, so the engine says I shouldn't have opened this file up, and the best move here was queen check. Okay, let's say he goes back. Okay, so this was mate then. So he couldn't have gone back, and this was a move, but then I could have played this. Yeah, so this was the best move in the position. I was thinking of taking it and then opening my rook, but this kind of gave him an opportunity. I was actually losing here. What? This was actually losing for me. This was +4. Okay, so I think there was a queen check here. Right? Queen check. I drop back. He takes. What is the best continuation for him? This is the best move. Now rook takes. Rook takes. Check. What is the best continuation, man? Rook takes d6. And knight c3. This is actually a very deep line. Let's say I move here. He cannot take. Okay, so playing this or queen a8 check. Okay, so this was the position, right? So he will have to move forward and I lose the rook. Wow, that was a deep line. So here, according to the engine where he played knight forward, he should have give me a check here. This could have been played, this, taken with the rook, take, and then the knight, with the hope, or I could have played this. Yeah, this was actually a good line. Slight lag. Just a moment. Yeah, I think things should be fine. Okay, let's continue with the Scandi, as Mr. M4 Hex likes to call it, the Scandinavian defense. From the lines I've seen, the Scandinavian defense usually is like going for c5, going back, and then castling on the king side somehow. Okay, so let's continue. And now I want to start an pawn attack here. He has castled too early and I want to start with an attack. Cannot take, his rook is hanging. But I have opened up a file for his rook. So that is scary. Okay, so he basically wants to exchange this. Let's say I take. He takes. A lot of calculations to be made now. Or let's say I take. Cannot really take. I'll have to take. This is in the air. Or even this. I think he'll be very tempted to play this. Had I been my opponent, I would play this definitely. I mean, a straight attack on. Okay. Now let's say I take. He takes to open up his rook. Should I just push my h3? Should I push my h3? He'll just drop back with his bishop. I need to exchange his bishop somehow. But how do I do that? Or should I develop my bishop first? If d3, then queen a5 was bad. Yeah, queen a5 was actually. I should have just moved my pawn forward and then dropped back. Here I have developed his rook, developed his bishop, and I don't really see an attack now. Let's say I move this pawn forward, he moves back, I jump in with the knight. Let's say I sacrifice the knight, he takes. Too much calculations to be made. Let's just first develop this bishop. This is coming. Good move, good move, good move. Okay, let's see. Can't I just take g3 first, then. Okay. I'm worried about g3 might open up his rook and my queen will have to defend this knight. I think open up the h file. Yeah, let's just first move back. This cannot be played, I'll just exchange and then play this. Also I can play this and then attack the rook. Oof. Has he blundered? I think he has blundered the piece. In case I take, what options does he have? Rook cannot go here, rook cannot go here. I think he has blundered a piece, if I'm correct. What was I thinking? So let's say I take. No, not want to do that. And I think my queen's kind of getting trapped now. Rook g5, yes, that was a good move to find. I really didn't think of that. In chess, I believe to get out of a muddy situation, you have to create that same situation for your opponent. I mean, he created a threat for me that I just can't choose to ignore. Now I think getting my queen here makes sense. Because I don't want to get here, he can just give me a check, takes, and then pick up the queen. Or he's also looking at this nasty fork. So let's just drop our queen back for now. Yeah. In case he's okay, I cannot take because this will just hang. Should I play this? Yup. Takes. I'm also threatening to take, but his bishop takes and threatens my queen. Okay, we are low on the clock. We are almost 3 minutes behind our opponent, so might want to play fast. We'll just send our opponent a link and let's see if he gets busy in viewing our stream and hopefully loses from there. No, I don't think. Yes, what do you think? Should we open up the H file now? I don't really think we should open it because there's already much pressure on my knight, and wow, what was that? Okay, so let's say I play this. He brings his bishop forward. I play this. Yeah, man, this is horrible. What should we do? Let's say I ask his rook what's up. He cannot play this, cannot play this, cannot play this. He then takes. Okay, he can take this pawn, but then I can take it as well. Mating attack on h2. अरे हाँ भाई. अरे yes, I have an attack. Yes, let's see if I take. I'm not worried about this. I can simply give him a mate here. अरे good, well found यार. Maybe you can push h3. But correct me if I'm wrong, but I can take. It doesn't matter from what piece does he take back. He can take it with a rook, take it with the knight. I can simply give him a checkmate here. I think I should take. Yeah, I'm low on the clock. Let's just take. We have opened this file up now. In case he takes with this, we just give him a check. His king might run away, but at least we have an attack. The position was, after all, not that horrible. I know this is clearly falling, but if we have an attack here, I think we can get some composition for that. Yeah. Chalo, let's say we take. Can we take? Takes. That does nothing. Let's say takes. Okay, that does nothing. I think we should be exchanging pieces now. Let's say I do this. He gives me a check, takes. Yeah, this is the only move. Rest I don't see how that. He can do this. यार ये खेलेगा पक्का. Now he can take on g3 and open this rook up, and we don't really see how we defend. This is falling. He's from Kazakhstan. Yeah. Takes. I take back the rook. Or at least I get a chance to get my rook somewhere. Two very strong bishops and two very ugly looking bishops. Now if I go here, I don't really. Okay, let's just exchange pieces. Let's say I play this, he takes, I take back with the queen. Yeah, let's just first exchange the powerful bishop. And we only got 2 minutes on the clock. Arey, but he's not seeing my stream, yeah. And I'm losing both in terms of position and on time. I'm also very low. Let's say take. In case he changes his diagonal, I want to play this because his rook is actually guarding a very important pawn. Let's just play fast. Let's just pre-move. Okay, so he does change diagonal. Let's say I go here. Can he come here? No, he cannot. He can offer me a queen exchange. Yeah. I think exchanging queens here would be smart. E6 that early. Yeah, e6 was actually the turning point. It like my queen was left guarding this knight throughout this game. Like even now, I think the queen's guarding the knight. Chalo. This was actually a good move from him. Okay, so let's say I play this. He plays his rook here. I take the pawn. His queen takes. I basically win a pawn. Nothing more. So should we go for a pawn grab? Let's go for it. He can play this. I just take. So he cannot play this actually. Now this makes sense. Or even he wants to take this pawn. I'm not. Kya? Why is he playing this? What? Is there some tactic? Okay. So let's say I take. He takes with the queen. Okay, so this was actually his tactic. This was actually quite nice. I didn't really spot it. Now, do I have something? Let's say his queen plays this. Okay. So basically, I think I'm losing a pawn. Yeah, this was actually a good move. Now this check is coming. I have to move up. Time to get this bishop out. I'm actually just low on time. Otherwise, I think I'm winning in terms of position. I'm +2 pawns, and I think I should be moving my pawns up. Yeah. Let's start with the pawn march. First, I think I should go c6 because I think he might have some tactics. He can block my bishop. Take. I cannot. I can take actually, so it's fine. Let's just play fast, guys. Or we can just ask him to exchange pieces now. Developing bishop. This can be played. We give him a check, and then this. Happy to exchange. Now I think we should start with this. Okay, so he wants to play this and then this. We can defend it by playing this. Let's not pre-move. I don't want to pre-move a game. Yeah, this is bullet. Let's. Okay, so he. At least we're putting some pressure. Okay. Arey yaar, I have to get out my bishop. He can just simply play this. Let's bring up the king. Okay. I'm very bad at bullet, Yash. Okay, so he has made a blunder. He can play this, but I can just simply grab this pawn now. Okay, let's go. I cannot actually play that. I'm just trying to play moves because I'm so low on time. Okay, I can move my rook up and then take this pawn, but this will hang. Or should I... what should I do? Okay, thank you very much. This can be played, but then I just move my... thank you very much. This is... have I mated myself? No, I have this square. Okay, everything should be fine now. We still have 26. Okay. Okay, so he has just... his bishop is blocked. Cannot go here, cannot go here. So bishop is basically hanging. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. He's actually playing very smart. Like, had I taken with this pawn, his bishop could have just survived it. And now I think we are winning. Okay, let's just... okay, what am I doing? Okay, fuck. अरे भाई, अरे यार, अरे यार, ये, अरे यार, ओ भाई यार, oh god, I think my heart beats around 130 now. I was, had I 10 seconds और होते ना, this, even for a draw, this is very painful to swallow. हार जाता इससे अच्छा, it would have been much easier for my oh god, oh god. Some draws are even more hard to swallow than a loss, man. This was one of them. I shouldn't have lost it. He was actually playing very well. Like, I have to give it to my opponent. He was playing quite well. Yeah. Okay, this was a blunder. I should have taken with the queen, right? So this was a blunder. I earlier thought that he had calculated this. and this was a miss. I should have taken with the queen. Right. And here I was winning, but I didn't really know how to convert. This was a mate. Okay, mate in 3 was also present. So let's find the mate in 3. So the mate in 3 is basically, let's say I get my queen here. He plays a move, let's say this, check. And this is mate. This was actually very hard to find, especially when I'm so low on time. If you like, I'm basically from Punjab, so there's a Punjabi saying that I almost crashed my scooter in a place where there was no traffic, and this was one such game. In Punjabi, it is called "Mera scooter utthe vajya jithe rush kam si." So that basically means I crashed my scooter where the traffic was even not there. In English, if I convert a Punjabi saying, that will make no sense, but still, in case someone from the English community is watching. I think I'll just leave my stream here, guys. It was very fun texting with you, chatting with you, Yash and M4X, and the other two watching. Hopefully, you liked my gameplay today, and Yash, hope to play you soon, and especially the first game that we played yesterday was quite well. I analyzed it later on, and yeah, the difference clearly was there, and yeah. Punjabi is actually a very beautiful language, if you ask. Punjabi and Urdu are easily my top 2 languages. Okay, Yash, M4 Hex. I'd like to know your name, by the way, M4. What's your real name, if you want to tell? Yeah, hopefully play soon, man. Yeah, man, this draw is something. It was eventually, I think, for the persons watching, it was entertaining. I hope. Certainly not for me. Certainly not for me. Okay, guys. See you later. I'll just end the stream now.